Hey guys, good morning. Welcome in to Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. It is another sunny morning here in sunny Colorado. It is 6:10 a.m. Monday, June 23rd. Let's have a great Monday and a great start to the week this week. Let's first get into prices. Crypto down to 3.1 trill. Fear and greed index sitting down now at 37 into fear. We've got some blood in the streets. Never financial advice on the channel. This is strictly for informational, educational, and sometimes entertainment purposes only. And it is never for financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Never take what I say and then go do anything with your money because of what I said. I'm not telling you to buy or do anything with cryptocurrency or anything else. I can tell you what I do, though. And I do. Tell you what I do. There ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, guys. Here's the deal. Yeah, you guys do what you want with your own investments. You have to learn and take those leaps on your own. This is for education. Now, take a look at XRP sitting in at an even $2 per coin for an XRP. All right, well, we've implemented the music to take us through the silent points. All right, enough of the market. Who cares? Again, who cares what's going on with the market? All we really care about is that we're going up from here in the next weeks and months. Today's topic, Ripple is 100% with XRP. 100% committed, said Brad, to XRP. And we are going to run through that topic today. But before we do, we're going to remind you to please check Caleb and Brown, which is the brokerage service that I use for crypto. You folks that are on Uphold and on platforms and things like this, you're not with a brokerage service. You're with a cryptocurrency platform that onloads and off-ramps your crypto with certain restrictions, such as I believe it's 25 or 50K a day. We just looked at it the other day and I forgot. Whatever it is, who cares? It doesn't matter if it's 25 or 50K a day. That's all you're going to be getting off of the old Uphold per day. So when your stuff's running, you thought you were going to grab 500K or whatever you was going to grab, you ain't grabbing that. Not going to work for you. This is a crypto brokerage service. Again, this is not financial advice. You have to do your own research, please. This is a crypto brokerage service that you get 24/7. Crypto broker. You also... they use Fireblocks custody, which is institutional grade custody, as you know, to protect your funds. You can purchase on Caleb basically everything that you want to purchase that I've found with crypto. And that includes some obscure things. You can go ahead and feel comfortable leaving it on Caleb. I always recommend at the end of the day using a cold storage wallet. I think most folks in crypto do. Excuse me, but some folks like to leave, this is never financial advice, but some folks like to leave their crypto loaded up on a Caleb so that they can set in order to sell at set price, so that when it hits that price and I am doing whatever I'm doing in the world, it goes ahead and executes the order for me. To the tune of whatever the heck the money is. I don't care. It doesn't need to be any measly 25, 50K. Could be this massive amount. You got to check with the bank first. I do. I have to check with my bank first. Anybody does. I'm walking this line of financial advice. I'm not giving any financial advice. I am educating on how this stuff works ahead of time and telling you. And this is based on my research. So then I'm telling you that too. You have to also research what I'm saying and make sure you see it to be true. I am not a financial advisor and I am not giving you financial advice. All right. Now that that's out of the way for the 25 millionth time, I will tell you that where we are here with crypto, for me, and using something like Caleb and Brown is a must. Because when crypto cranks, that's when I want to cash out. And I can't do it if it takes me weeks because I can only pull 25K out a pop per day or 50,000 per day. You know, these daily withdrawal limits are very restrictive, I'm going to say. Let's get the fiat leak. And whoa, look at the XRP moving from USD, South Korean won, and Euro. The Euro, South Korean won, and USD is where we'd be coming from. Oh, Japanese yen. An Australian dollar. A little bit. Interesting. Just a tad over here. See? Boom. Going to the Pacific Rim. And then we've got a little bit of Australian dollar. Hello, Australia. We love you. You know we do. See? You got some moving over to Australia as well. All right. Excuse me. Back to the show. Here we go. What did Brad mean? Let's get to some notes here. What did Brad mean when he said trusted, useful, liquid? The most trust he said he's going to make XRP. Ripple's going to make XRP the most trusted, liquid, useful asset. That's what they're committed to. I'm going to turn the volume down now that we're doing this. It's good for just relaxing. But anyway, let me turn that down just a hair. Okay. All right. What did he mean when he said trusted, useful, liquid? Concerning trust, institutional credibility is our first concern. And forging partnerships with banks is the first thing we're looking to do. And Ripple, of course, has been doing that, and they continue to do that. There's regulatory hurdles that we know we've been navigating so far. Ripple has worked to push their business model forward abroad due to this. They've been back now, pushing more in the United States in recent months. And Garlinghouse emphasizes that XRP must earn the confidence of financial institutions and regulators. Transparency in legal processes, example the SEC case, and adherence to compliance practices are key to building that trust, says Brad. Global regulation. Unlike the U.S., I'm realizing, Frank, you could put a smile on your face now. Who wants to listen to anybody laying all this out without a nice smile on the face? All right, global regulations. Unlike the U.S., several major economies, UK, Japan, Singapore, Switzerland, have offered clarity on XRP and crypto laws, validating Ripple's assertion that XRP must meet and benefit from regulatory frameworks. Number 2, utility. Cross-border payments XRP, operates as the native asset on the XRP ledger, and it underpins RippleNet's on-demand liquidity, its ODL solution. A tool for real-time and low-cost transfers, pennies, and it does it in seconds. And any jurisdiction across the globe will be used soon, but you can change into any currency. And volatility of the asset XRP is not a concern because it settles in 3 to 5 seconds. Boom. And it benefits from regulatory frameworks. I'm kidding. Cross-border ledger underpins Ripple's on-demand liquidity solution for real-time, low-cost international transfers used by enterprises and money transmitters like Azimo and Navati, which we covered yesterday and a million times, and so is everybody else. These names are going to be a household name. They're already starting to become that, particularly Navati. Particularly? No. Particularly. Ooh, that can be a tough word to say for folks. Bridge currency. XRP allows institutions to forego pre-funding fiat accounts or nostro vostro accounts, which we know is Latin for ours and theirs. Our money there, their money there. So my money's over there and so is their money from that bank, right? That way we can write checks with each other. It's pretty simple shit. Let's not complicate this shit. All right, bridge currency. XRP allowed, by the way, 27 trillion tied up around the world. Dormant capital locked up around the world. Silly, silly shit. ODL does away with all of that. Bringing money to up to the speed and efficiency of sending emails, and like we send information, rather than the clunky animal it is today. It enables instant currency exchange, an actual real-world use beyond just speculation, like a BTC. Bridge currencies are crucial. Number 3, liquidity. That's crucial in any market, as we very well know. Strategic focus. Garlinghouse has said Ripple is competing with Swift, not by messaging, but by facilitating liquidity. Ease of converting XRP into usable cash without slippage. Essential for global payment flows is the old XRP and the liquidity it provides to the world's value, movement, or transfer across the globe. Let's not forget about market share potential now. At XRP Apex 2025, Brad projected XRP could, of course, capture 14% of Swift volume. Within 5 years, a bold indicator of XRP's growing liquidity reach, and we're saying that it could be actually a lot more than 14%. Why don't you try doubling that? 28 or so? Almost 30? I don't know. At least 20. In the 20s. I mean, 14 is a low estimate, in my opinion. What do I know? A compelling argument supporting Brad's claim. Regulatory achievements that build trust, for starters. Breaching the SEC's lawsuit by getting favorable rulings, like reclassifying XRP exchange sales as non-securities. It was vital for restoring investor and partner confidence, that move. Global regulatory clarity, Asia and Europe, further reinforces trust as XRP gains legal legitimacy across this globe. SEC who? Number 2, growing real-world adoption. RippleNet processed about 3 million transactions last year, a 5-time growth with over 20, a 5x growth, with over 20 new clients on board post SEC lawsuit. 20 that you're talking about? I bet it's way more than 20 dogs, including major remittance players. XRP's utility is not theoretical, folks. Hello, Mr. Moth is back. We have moths that love the lights we provide. It's testing corridors where pre-funded fiat liquidity is costly and unavailable. Okay, so XRP's utility is not just theoretical. It's happening now. Number 3, strategic push into high-volume global markets. Sorry. I realize I don't really need that thing on. The Swift Challenge, expecting to capture 14% of Swift's liquidity, of Swift's market, 110 trillion plus annual cross-border flow is what that would be, and mark a major shift in systemic liquidity, XRP being, of course, the go-between or the medium facilitating it all. The oil, as it were, Ripple's... Why do people talk like that? Ripple's acquisition of Medico, Fortress Trust, and Custody Solutions adds robustness robustness to XRP's ecosystem. A vital ingredient of liquidity infrastructure is what it is. All right. Now, here's the big picture. Why does all this shit matter, and who the hell cares about all this stuff? XRP is not just speculation, as we can see. XRP has matured into a functional tool for financial infrastructure and is only growing, as we're all well aware. All right. Excuse me. An asset that isn't only traded, but used live, high volume in real environments is the old XRP. It is different from others. It is the utility coin, one of at least. Okay. Liquidity supports trust and utility. Liquidity ensures XRP can be converted and settled instantly. In this way, the volatility of the asset being traded is not a concern in using XRP, the asset, for settlement purposes. A requirement for institutions boosting both trust and real usage. It is not just speculation. A requirement for institutions. They have to have this for liquidity's sake. Ripple's aggressive strategy also aligns with the vision. So through legal wins, regulatory lobbying, which Ripple has picked up in recent years, and tech investment, Garlinghouse is steering XRP toward the most trusted, useful, and liquid position in the digital asset space. Boom. Sorry, I could have done that better, but all right. Now, in summary, Garlinghouse's claim isn't just inspirational marketing. I think we can see that at this point. It's basically a reflection on Ripple's multi-pronged strategy, which goes a little something like this. It is a trusted pillar. What does it even mean? It adopts a compliance-first, transparent, and global approach. The evidence of its progress, of course, is getting through this SEC case rulings and coming out almost shining like a star, which is rarely done when when an entity goes up against the SEC. And also regulatory clarity abroad has evidence of major progress for Ripple. How is it even useful? We know that it drives real-world utility, RippleNet and ODL, via RippleNet and ODL. More and more banks across the planet are signing with them. Millions of payments are processed, institutional clients, proving further progress concerning its usefulness. Concerning XRP's liquidity, XRPL's liquidity, scale XRP to compete with established cross-border systems is what we are aiming to do. And swift volume ambitions is basically what we're going for here, what we're aiming to capture. Improved custody and exchange infrastructure is what we also see concerning liquidity with the XRPL, the evidence of its progress. We certainly are. We're certainly seeing improved custody and exchange infrastructure. Here's the deal. We know that all three of these things are intertwined, right? Trusted, useful, liquid. All these three pillars are combined. We know this. Thereby, of course, the point of today's episode. Now, Ripple's already been making tangible strides in each of these corridors, each of these pillars, let's just say. If they keep advancing, it could truly make XRP one of the dominant and reliable digital assets of our era. This is the start of this whole thing. We're very early with cryptocurrency. How come my crypto's not going up? You're so early. It's ridiculous with crypto. Most of the world doesn't even know what the hell crypto is. They literally could not tell you what a blockchain is. They literally can't tell you. They could not tell you. They could not. They don't know what Ripple's been doing and all these companies have been doing in the world. They have no clue. Almost everybody, like frickin' 80% of the pop. Yup. Try that one on for size. We are early. That about wraps us up for today's topic. Let's get back to the share screen so I can illustrate just exactly what I might be referring to. Tap that like and subscribe down below, please. If you like the info we're putting out and you're getting value out of this video. Now, here's the deal. This is never financial advice on the channel because I'm not a financial advisor. This is for education, informational, and entertainment purposes only. Now, here's the deal. If I look at the cryptocurrency market, let's just take any decent. Let's take the market as a whole. Or let's just take, there we go. Let's just take the market as a whole, crypto. Why are you not doing this for me? Okay, I guess we can't. I don't know why that's not doing that. That's weird. Anyway, let's just take Bitcoin. Who cares? It represents the market. Let's get the all on Bitcoin on a line chart. And let's just take a peek back here. And let's see what happens with cryptocurrency. Of course, Bitcoin and crypto, never financial advice, showing no signs of stopping moving forward, meaning that we have 20%, not even, maybe 15% of the folks who saw cryptocurrency early and got on top of cryptocurrency early, not as early as the folks who got on top of it back here for the first bull run. You know, this run up. I was in here. Unfortunately, I bought a bunch here when it was a little too high, but then I bought a bunch more down here. Rode this all up, bags packed, no touchies, dead cat bounce, just the lame-o double top for crypto. I'm calling lame-o. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Rode the bags back down. Did some more purchasing in here. Did we? Never financial advice in the channel. It's what we did. Been riding this whole thing. La-di-la-di-la-la. Who gives two shits? Some bitches. Because why? Because, see this? If I drew a trend line right here, which I can't do with this lame-o, you should be able to, I think you can. Maybe you can. I don't know if I can on CoinMarketCap. I'll have to look into that. Often I need a trend line to show what I'm talking about. So this trend line would run like this and show you that in the future we're going to be up in here with Bitcoin. Yeah, up here with Bitcoin. See the trend line? Boom, that diagonal line. That's this resistance line that's up on top of all of this, that it never went past that resistance. You have the support line that it never went past these support lines. These resistance lines, but if you can see, there is a general range it never went past. We know that coming up, we are going to be up here, which is this is 100, so this is 200 to 300K range for Bitcoin. You're not going to see a 300,000 Bitcoin. You're crazy. Whatever. I mean, come on, people. Let's wake up. We are going to see that. So you got a $300,000 Bitcoin. You've got the rest of the cryptocurrency market at somewhere around 10 trillion when that happens, ish or so, because a lot more is going to flow in and Bitcoin is not going to be so dominant. The Bitcoin dominance is strong now. The rest of the altcoins will break from that, so we're not going to need to see the same even inflows for the other coins. They'll see a larger increase than Bitcoin will over time. So it will not be 9-10 trillion. It'll be more like almost double that Not financial advice. This is my opinion. It'll be almost 20 trill that comes in to the crypto market. Yeah, because it'll be about another 9 trill from Bitcoin. I'm sorry, about 6 trill or so. Yeah, about 6 trillers from Bitcoin next couple years coming in. And from the others, it will not be that even amount, which would be 10 trill to equal that. No, it's going to be more because of Bitcoin's dominance being lost. So the other coins are going to account for probably 15 trill or so. We're going to be looking at probably a 20-something trill cryptocurrency market cap in a couple of few years. You say what you want. Might take a few years, might take 3, but that's happening. Okay, here's the deal: we've got about 15% of people in crypto right now here, at least here in the U.S. Now, when we get our other 60% that comes in or so, I don't think I need that up anymore. When we get our other 50 or so, 60% that comes into crypto on the end of the S curve. You've all seen that S curve. Once the adoption really kicks, it's something like that, and there's more to it. But it comes in at the end of the S curve is when all the adoption comes and everybody comes in. Right here. That's coming up in a couple of few years. The genie is absolutely out of the bottle with crypto. The toothpaste is out of the tube, blah, 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 blah. This bitch ain't going back in. We see how crypto can be used. The U.S. Navy's using it. They just spent another X million, whatever, 9 million recently. They've spent millions to track personnel and things like this and other things, medicine and weaponry and things. Yeah, it's on the blockchain. Yeah, you probably didn't know that. It's being used in the real world, not just for payments. Blockchain technology is, folks. It is coming. It is being used to digitize trade finance and all the shipping containers that have been standardized across the globe over the past years. Now that is a lock-in key ready to slip into trade finance with XDC. Never financial advice on the channel. You might want to look at XDC on the Zinfin network and research that one a little bit. Don't really care what you spend your money on. It's none of my business. I'm telling you what to educate yourself on or research. Now, when it comes to the S curve and adoption, everybody comes in at the end of the curve. There's just like what happened with the internet craze. If everybody remembers how that all went up, skyrocketed. It's like, you have that internet, those internet stocks. Remember back in the day? All of us who are doing this here are old enough to remember that because I saw my demographics, and I mean no offense. We're all just a little bit further along this ride in some decades. And we all remember that time. And then everybody got out and the bubble crashed like bubbles do. And those who were wise enough and saw the writing on the wall when the hairdresser said, "Oh, you got to get internet stocks, the best thing since..." And when it really got to that point, when the cab driver and everybody, the person who really used, what we mean is the person who usually is not this investor. It would mean no offense. Literally, the gardener is usually probably not going to be an investor, but the gardener is telling you got to get this internet stock. I just bought some with my gardening pay. That's when you get out. And those who did and got out of the bubble made a lot of monies. Now, didn't they? They used the others coming in, the FOMOers coming in as their exit liquidity. This is never financial advice on the channel. I'm explaining to you and educating you on how this process works between bear markets and bull markets. Okay? Bear markets and bull runs. I buy during bear and sell during bull. Did I last time? No, but that was a different situation. And I really mean that. That was a different situation. I think people can agree. Last time around with that dead cat bounce and that double top, that was a different situation. Almost everybody around tripped their bags on that run, and I feel like they should have. I'm always one for taking some profit, but don't forget when you take profit there, because a lot of us have gotten this stuff so low that you just gotta not gonna match where you purchased it at. And people go, "No, you got to take profit." Really? Got to take profit there? Never financial advice on the channel. I don't agree with everybody parrots in this industry. In this space, in any space, I hear a lot of parroting, a lot of repeaters, a lot of repeating stuff just because you thought that that person's well respected and smart. So they said it. I'm not going to go check up on them. I'm just going to go. Same thing with me. Don't just listen to what I'm saying. It's because I know a lot about crypto. I don't just listen to everything I say. You got to check me. You got to check everybody. You got to fact check and research. Fact checking is simply just researching. It's gotten this interesting little name called fact checking. It sounds so important. Let's fact check. All the things that come down the pike in this world, all the sayings and all the parroting and repeating. It's so interesting. The right, saying right, it's become a habit that people are going right after everything they say. Yes, you're right. Okay, yes, you're right. Right after every point that's made. Or so this, so that, so. We love to repeat and catch on to trends, don't we? Us humans. Notice how people do that in the business world and on YouTube and everything. All of a sudden, everybody will be saying, "Are you tracking that?" That's the newest thing. Tracking. Are you tracking that? That's like the newest thing to say. See, when you're out of the matrix, you laugh your ass off at all this shit. And sometimes I like to use it too because it's fun. And I'm not making fun of people either for using it because they want to be cool. It's a cool, clicky thing to do, right? So, are you tracking? Sorry for the spit. Oh boy, I hope we're having fun. Guys, I hope you're tracking me and having fun with life and all the silliness of this world. If we could please just be a little bit lighter and have a lighter take on things. You guys are going to get the end of our program. Don't forget crypto brokerage service, Caleb and Brown, available to you 24/7. Excuse me. Excuse me. You can cash out what you wish. I'm going to do a test here. We're going to smooth it out for these last couple of minutes of the program. Just relax yourself and bring it down. We're going to have a happy start to this Monday. I hope you guys enjoy it. Have a fun, blessed, awesome, lucky as hell, fortunate, incredibly exciting and fun, upbeat Monday. It is the start for the rest of your week, as my lovely wife reminds me. I love you, baby, and I hope you all enjoy. Catch you next time. Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Hit that like and subscribe.